Oh. Okay, we're live. And then we just have to wait for YouTube to catch up, which will be in a second.
And you have to give me a wrench.
Yeah.
I think we're live.
Yes, we are. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
I am here with my friends, the lovely Siobhan, who is Pearl and Button on YouTube.
Hello.
And the lovely Kimmy, who is Vintage Rose Creations on YouTube. And Siobhan and I will be crafting, and Kimmy is going to be moderating and reading our questions. Let's see here.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Shannon. Shannon is Morrissey Art and Crafts Design Studio, and she goes live in her Facebook group. I'm so happy you're here, Jeannie. Yes,
Hi,
we are
Shannon.
making our own fabric. Now, this was a video that I found on YouTube, and I've got the link to the original inspiration video in the description box below this video. And you can watch that after the live show if you like. And the lady that did her fabric, they're beautiful. So I'm sure you will all be inspired by her. The video is not in English, but you can figure out just by watching it what she's doing. And this is kind of my take and Siobhan's take on what she did. So let me share with you a couple of things. I'll show you what I've made, and then I'll send you over to Siobhan for a minute and you can see what she's done. So I made this fabric. Let me just do this one first. And I used napkins. Let me click here so I can see what I'm doing. I made this muslin bag with the fabric I created, and this fabric here on the back is from Lacey that she sent me in our recent swap. I just thought it went so well with the look of this bag. And this is just muslin, and that's what I'm using today to make the fabric. And each step we will show you step by step, and the images are napkins. The lady in the video used rice paper. I didn't have any. I'm using napkins. It worked just fine. It does leave, you know, a texture that you can see on there, but it's very cool. I love the feel of it. And I think what I'm going to do with the next pieces I do is I might make them into small little wall hangings or something. I mean, it's good for anything. And it sews beautifully on your sewing machine. So that's very cool. So I'm very excited about using this technique for tons of different things. So there's this bag and then this one. Oh, and Jeannie, look at this. This is a Marie Antoinette napkin I had, but look, do you recognize this trim, Jeannie? This is some trim that Jeannie Dreamer made, and she sent to me, and this is from her ruffler, and it went so good with the pink and the gold of that's in the napkin.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So I used it on the bottom, and I just added a few flowers and some dyed seam binding here. And there's many layers. There's stenciling, there's paint, there's stamping, there's even dimensional paint on here. So there's quite a few different layers that you do. And then this one I haven't quite finished yet. This one might be my favorite, though. I love these Gerber daisies. They're so, so pretty. And then I've added lots of dangles on the bottom.
Gracie's place is here.
So those are the ones that I did. And now I will send you over to Siobhan, and she can share what she made with this technique.
Well, I haven't been as busy as Kim. I had to make one. So this is my one. And
so
it's I got was from who is great on YouTube. That's her napkin. I've used lots of stems and I've used some stenciling there, the fleur-de-lis, and I've just more written here, and I left the back of it plain. I did make some little tags, and there's a little pink one there with a bird cage, and some more French stamps on the back of it, and I have a little dangle charm with the Marie Antoinette. It's one of the embellishments I made with the KS4U brooch, and then I have some sari silk as the picture. So that's my one.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Hello, Lacey. Hello, Marilou.
Hi, Marlo.
Marilou is
You like-
Gracie's place, and she's got lots of lovely kits in her store.
Yeah, that's
So,
where I got that now.
I think we're ready to get started. Yes, you did get your napkin from her. That's cool. That is a beautiful napkin.
I love it. I'm going to do the same one again with the same napkin.
So let's get started. I'll click back on me for a second. So what I've got here is I've just got some napkins and some muslin pieces. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe start with this cute little one here. We'll see how far we get. Because there's quite a few steps with this. So the first thing that you want to do.
You have a question from Jeannie Dreamer. How big is that bag, Siobhan?
That bag is about, I'd say 12 inches. Wait, I just say I'll measure it. So it is across the top, it's 10 inches, and it's about 12 and a quarter in the length. So it's a big enough bag.
It's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm just cutting, as you know, in your napkins, you end up with 4 images, which is always great. And I've cut an image out. And of course, I'm sure most of you know you've got to peel the layers off the back. Let's see here. And of course, this will drive me crazy because I'm on camera and it will take forever for me to do it. Let's see here. Okay, so you got to peel all the layers. So all you're left with is this very thin piece. And that's what you're going to Mod Podge down first. So I'm just using regular, this is gloss Mod Podge, but you can use the sparkle Mod Podge. You can use any kind of Mod Podge. You can probably use watered down glue.
There's another question for Siobhan from Gracie's place. What ink did you use for stamping?
I use, I have 2 inks, and they're here in front of me. I use the fade resistant dye, Fido Black, Memento, and I have an archival ink, Jet Black. Any of those 2. So it's good fun, this, because you're getting to use a lot of different things. You know, the paint, stenciling. Now, I didn't do much stenciling. I only had a small little stencil to use, which was this one here, the fleur-de-lis. That's all I had.
Pretty.
So I must
we're going to hook you up with some then.
She said, okay, great. I have the Memento ink.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to put down a layer of Mod Podge first before you put your napkin down. Just kind of slop it down. That's a technical term. And then you want to try and get your napkin fairly straight. And then you want to, what I do, and I think Siobhan's pretty much the same way, is I kind of start in the middle and brush outwards with the top layer. I just find that then my napkin doesn't rip.
It's a gorgeous napkin, Kim.
Yes, Olivia sent me this. The lovely Olivia Hernandez. Now, see, I have ripped my napkin right there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think you can probably see that I've ripped it. That will happen. Don't panic, because what you're going to do is you're going to be putting paint around it and stencils. So I'll use that spot there for a stencil, or worst case scenario, you can put a flower there when you're decorating. So what is it they say? Mistakes are just more room for embellishments.
Yep.
Leafa Porter just came in.
Hey, Leafa. It's lovely to see you.
Hi, Lisa.
And Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Hi, Janine. Janine is vintage shabby chic.
Yep. Okay, I need to turn on my
Heat gun?
Yes, so I need to...
Me too.
Okay.
I didn't bring any water. Drat. So there'll be some noise now. So once you've got this dry, I would normally let this dry on its own probably, but because, you know, it's live, we've got to get this dried quickly. So hence the heat gun, and hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know if it's too loud, guys.
It's not too loud.
No, that's good.
Gracie's Place wants to know, so is this melting the napkin into the fabric?
Melting, no, it's actually sticking it to the fabric. I mean, there's all kinds of different techniques you can use to get images on things from napkins. Napkins are such a great thing to use. And the Mod Podge, putting a coat down first and then a coat on top of it is what will protect the napkin, so it won't come off.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'll click on you for a minute, Siobhan. I'm going to go and grab some water. I'll be right back.
Fine. Okay, so I'm just after drying my napkin, and I should have said inside the bag here, I have a piece of cardboard because I went ahead and made the bag first. Originally, when I did the first bag, I just put the napkin onto the fabric before I made the bag, but I decided for today I'd have the bag ready made. So it's all dried now.
Diane from Grandma's Accessories just came in.
Hi, Diane. How are you? So what I'm going to do now is get the paint ready. So I'm using fabric paint, but I think you can use any paint. You can use, I think Kim was using acrylic paint. So
yes, I am.
I've mixed up some of this red fabric paint and some white, and I'm after adding in some of this gold paint. So it's going to come out a little bit like rose gold. So I didn't do that on the other bag. I just used pink paint. So I think the bit of gold in it will add a nice touch to it. So we'd see.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
I'm still drying mine.
So it's very similar to, it's a little shade darker than the pink that's on the bag. So I don't know, will the gold show through? Right.
Everybody's saying it's fab, Siobhan. Just looks gorgeous, Siobhan.
Thank you, everyone. It's actually fun. You'll have to try it because it's a great idea. And I think these will be lovely at Christmas time. You can start collecting now your Christmas napkins and you'll be able to do up lovely Christmas bags and send them off. And I think Kim said she's going to do some tags. That's a great idea as well. So you don't have to be too careful putting on the paint. You can just do whatever you want. I just want this to look shabby. I don't want it perfect. So is my video any better today? Is it any clearer?
Yeah, it is. It's quite a bit clearer.
Oh, good.
Yes, you are smart getting your bag ready to go. I didn't do that. You're ahead of me on that.
Well, I just called it, so I have a piece of cardboard inside it now, so the paint won't go through the bag.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to click on me for a sec. I just want to show what paints I'm going to use. I am using the Prima Art Alchemy paints, one of my favorite paints, and these are acrylics. And I'm going to use the blue, which is the light patina, and I think the Opal Magic one, which is a pink blue. And you have like a blue, but it's got like a pink, really cool mica sort of haze to it. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but those are the two colors I'm going to use.
Yeah.
They
say crystal clear, Siobhan. Your picture is crystal clear.
Oh, that's
cool.
Great. Delighted.
So yeah, the same technique that Siobhan is using. I've still got a little bit of Mod Podge on here, but I'm not super worried about it. You want to like kind of dry brush it in a way.
Yeah.
Ian Jackson just came in.
Hey, Ian. Good to see you, buddy.
Hi, Ian.
Grandma's Accessories, I missed what the fabric is that you are using.
I'm using some pink canvas fabric.
And I'm using muslin. And remember, when you do this, you can go over your napkin a bit. Like I like to kind of blur the edges with the paint, so it doesn't look like a square. I think I may turn, I don't know what I'm going to turn this into. It might be nice as a tote bag, actually.
Be lovely.
Yeah. So you can take your paint as far out, I'm going to wet my brush a bit, as far out as you want on your fabric.
Dreamer says, oh, Kim, the color is just beautiful.
Well, you know how I feel about blue. I love pastel colors. Just goes with the car so well, right? This little girl is so adorable. I mean, napkins to me are just one of the most, you know, like a staple that you've got to have in your craft room.
Yeah.
So I love these paints from Prima. What is the brand you're using, Siobhan?
It's it's Irish paint. It's Brian Clegg.
Brian Clegg.
Yeah. The
Cool.
gold paint, it says gold satin. I got these in the Lidl store. I got a couple of these. I also got a silver metallic.
Silver would look nice with this one too, I think.
Yeah, silver would be lovely with the blue.
I didn't get my
Dreamer says you got me into blue now too.
That's why I think the gold is lovely with pink.
So I'm not worried about drying the paint in between here because it is drying fairly quickly. And now I'm just going to put on a bit of this pink blue.
Joie de Fille is here.
I believe her name is Jo. Let me know if I'm right, sweetie. It's Jo? Okay. Oh, look, I'm remembering.
See me trying to read French. Sorry.
No, it is. I call her Joie de Fille as well. But some people call her Joey. That was what Siobhan and I both called her at first, too.
Yeah. Jeannie wants to know, would the cheap Walmart paint be okay to use?
As long, this is just acrylic paint, Jeannie, so any acrylic paint should work. Because this is just, it's acrylic. It says acrylic right
Yeah.
on it.
And
So-
the gold one I'm using is acrylic.
They had clearance at Hobby Lobby for the $4 tube of acrylic paint. It's 4 ounces for $1.49.
At Walmart?
HobbyLobby.com.
Oh, at Hobby Lobby.
HobbyLobby.com.
Okay. So I'm going to click over on Siobhan for a minute while I dry this. You can see what she's up to.
She said Joey is easier for most and is fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'm just adding some of this gold paint that I got from Lidl, and it's acrylic paint, so it doesn't matter. I'm just brushing that on with this. This is actually a makeup brush. So I'm using this because it's like for stippling, and that's all. I just
Oh.
wanted to go on light and fade into the pink because I'm going to be stenciling black over this. So if you can see it there, that's how it's coming out. And I just want to go into the corners so it doesn't look too much like a napkin. So you can do whatever colors you like to match your napkins. And as I said, I got this napkin off Marlo. Thank you so much, Marlo. I love it.
I'm going to check
Okay.
into the Hobby Lobby online store and see if they'll ship to international people. Because that would be so amazing.
That'd be great. And I think it's a great idea for everyone to swap napkins about as well. Because you know,
Oh,
we buy
yeah.
a full pack. I bought a full packet. I don't know if I show you these. I got them yesterday, and they're Italy, and it has the Leaning Tower of Pisa, some script, and down here we've the lovely lady and the mini car and a little Honda or moped there.
Oh, I love
So,
that.
Full packet, so I'm going to be swapping napkins as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea.
Love those.
Great idea. Yeah.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah.
So I am
I'm
ready for
going-
my next stage if you are, Siobhan.
I'm going to dry off this paint and I'll be with you then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then I'll click over on me. It's still a tiny bit tacky, but I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, it's pretty much, you know. So the next step is stenciling. And you can find stencils anywhere. Like I've gotten stencils from my dollar store. And I just love using stencils. Now, I'm going to be using this one. You can see I've used it already on my other bags. And it's like a damask pattern, and it's got some flowers on here. So I think I'm just going to stick with this stencil today. And what you want to do is just kind of figure out, like I kind of wish that was smaller, but it's not, but that's okay. We make it work.
Jeannie says
So I
they're
think,
gorgeous.
aw, thanks, Jeannie. So for this one, what I want to do, which I didn't bring my foam brush in here. That's great.
Jeannie, I said, okay, let's all swap paper napkins. And Jeannie said, okay, I'm up for that.
I love swapping
Yeah,
that.
good idea.
Shannon says, pretty stencils. Ian says, in the UK, we have Hobbycraft and The Range, plus great online shops like Jackson's Art and the SAA.
My paintbrush just broke. Hooray! So we just fixed it with some hot glue for the moment. So I'm just going to use a brush. But you can use anything. You can use a foam brush. The lady in the inspiration video that's in the description box below, she used like a foam pouncer or spouncer. I'm not sure what they're called, but that's what she used. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have another foam brush here? I do. Yay! That's what we're going to use. Okay. So this time I'm going to use my gold on the top. I just love the combination of the pastels and the metallic together. Yeah, shipping is crazy, Marilou. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bit of the gold, put it on my brush, and then I use my lid to just kind of dab some of it off. Let me just move this up a little bit so it's in shot. So I'm kind of just taking my stencil and I'm putting it down in the corner. You can still see blue underneath it. You can see it's in the corner of the stencil. And then I'm just going to kind of pounce it up and down. Now, in the inspiration video, she used a spray that kind of tacked it down, which you can certainly do if you have it. I do have stencil glue, but I'm not using it. This works just fine. And you just want to... Yes, I'm going to be sharing some stencils with you, Siobhan.
Oh, thank you. I don't have any. This is the only stencil I have, and I'm just lucky that it's the fleur-de-lis.
Yes.
So I need to buy some.
So I'm just kind of pouncing up and down. You don't want to be too heavy with your paint because you don't want it to leak underneath the stencil.
True.
And this paint that I'm using, I got on Blitsy, and they ship international. It's blitsy.com. Shipping is high, so I try to hit a sale. But if you can get it in person, of course, that's better because then you don't have the shipping costs. So there is that, and you just want to kind of make sure you've got everywhere pretty much. But if it looks a bit faded when you pull it up,
some
that's
flat
okay.
one, Siobhan.
Thank you, Jeannie. Oh, she's so kind. Thanks, Jeannie.
She is sweet. We love our Jeannie.
Yeah, we do.
So there you go. There is the first piece there of my stencil. And I love the blue and the gold together.
How big is that stencil?
Oh, it's pretty big. I don't have a ruler handy. It's on my sewing table, but you know, it's a good size.
It's
There's my
lovely.
hand. So, and I think in this corner up here, I'm going to do this one just to go around the edge, which I probably should have done that first because I'll probably get, let's hope not.
Laurel's here.
Hey, Laurel.
Hi, Laurel.
We're glad you could make it.
She's just popping in for a few minutes.
Yes, she's probably at work.
Yeah, it's morning there as well.
So again, I'm just kind of lightly dabbing.
Is that a sponge you're using, Kim?
Yeah, it's a foam brush.
Oh.
I love foam brushes because they're cheap and easy to get and they rinse out nicely. I mean, you don't get a ton of use out of them, but for something like this, they're pretty handy. So there's that in the corner. Let me pull that up.
Crafted Seasons just came in.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Shaz.
How are you, Shaz?
She's watching on her tablet as she's cleaning her bathroom.
Oh.
Oh.
So here you can see the
We
gold.
keep
on this one.
entertained, Shaz.
You can come and clean mine when you're done if you like, Shaz. There is this piece here in the corner you can see now. So now I've got those, and then I've got, I don't know, I might use this, just this little tiny rose here in the corner, just here. I think I'll do that.
Joey says she uses foam brushes on her mixed media canvases.
Yeah, they're a good thing to have. So I'm just going to put this little rose here in the corner. And that's too much paint. See, that bled a bit, but that's okay because it's in the corner. So
Yeah.
I can probably just cover that up with a embellishment because I used too much paint. So let me do another one here.
Shannon says, looking great so far, ladies.
Yeah. Thank you, Shannon.
There we go. So we'll just stop because that's bleeding too much now. So we don't want to make a mess, but it's okay. So that's where we're at right now with the fabric. And I will click over on Siobhan so she can show you where she's at.
Okay. So I'm just stamping, and I'm using this little corner stamp. It's a decorative corner stamp. So
Kim, click over. We're seeing you. There we go.
okay. So stamping around the edges of the napkin. You can see that. So
Also,
my colors are black and pink and rose gold. They're lovely. I love them colors.
I'm just going to turn my heat gun on, but I'll mute.
Yeah, okay.
Jeannie says she loves that.
Thank
Gracie's
you.
place is beautiful. I personally adore it as well.
Thank you, Kimmy. Thanks, everyone. I hope I'll be seeing lots of these on your videos. It's a great fun to do, and everyone's got a napkin, I'm sure. Mine is looking like it's like as if it's a bag that you had for ages. It's kind of like it's shabby and it's like as if it was faded. Even the ink looks kind of that faded look on it as well.
Shannon says, so pretty, Siobhan. Laurel says, gorgeous, Siobhan. And Grandma's Accessory says, very pretty.
It's gorgeous.
I've
I
another
really
lovely
like how
stamp
that
here.
stamp just frames the corners perfectly.
I found my script stamps, Siobhan. So happy.
I love them. Oh, where were they?
Well, they were buried on my desk, of course.
In front of your eyes. Like mine were.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, these are
That's
just...
where mine were.
I'll just click on me for a sec now. So now is the stamping portion of the fabric. And these are my very old, very well used script stamps that I use on pretty much everything. And I'm using a black Hero Arts ink. And you just want to kind of go around. It's, you know, an accent, right? So we're just gonna.
And it's, if it doesn't come out perfect, it doesn't matter because it's not meant to look perfect.
It is not meant to look perfect. And where I ripped the napkin there, that's a great place to put some stamping.
Gracie says she loves script stamps.
Me too.
Yeah, I love them.
And you can like double stamp or triple stamp, you know.
Yeah. I'm doing a birdcage.
I think that's called shadow stamping, right?
That could be what that's called, my friend. You are right.
It is.
I don't really want to use a fleur-de-lis on mine because it's not really French. Let me see what else I've got.
Love the Tiffany, would love the Tiffany & Co. stamp.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Or the Chanel.
Oh yes, that would be great.
Jeannie
gosh,
Dreamer
yeah.
says, I just got my first one ever.
It's so fun to do and make your own fabric, you know, and then you get to make stuff out of it. It's just amazing to do it. What else do I have in here?
I totally want a Tiffany or Chanel stamp now. Thanks, everybody.
Right? Who doesn't want that? So this one says charming, which I think would be super cute on here. So we're going to put that right there. Hopefully I get it fairly straight. But it wouldn't be my project if it wasn't crooked.
You're at the very bottom of your screen, Kim. We can barely see the stamp.
Okay, hang on a second.
Oh, there you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I used the word charming. And now I've got a little
That's good.
canceled stamp. Postmark.
Postmark, yeah. Is that a 7 Gypsy set?
No, this one's Prima. The blue
Okay,
ones
I
are
have
Prima.
one that's 7 Gypsy that looks like that too. Okay.
So, I mean, the sky's the limit with this, right? Like I also have this stamp, which I love, but I don't think I'm going to use it on here because I don't want to go super crazy, which I love this. This one's a Tim Holtz stamp.
Oh yeah, that I recognize the Prima crown. Okay.
Yeah. This one is a Tim Holtz stamp, and it's one of my favorites, as you can tell by the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you clean your stamps. Don't do what I do.
Yeah.
Gracie says, think only one company in USA does the Tiffany stamp. It's on my wish list. Ask her which company.
Yeah, which company?
I
We
want
all
to know
want
too.
one.
Yeah, we all want that one. That's for sure.
Which
Okay,
company,
so
Gracie?
that's where we're at there. And we're getting close to being, you know, towards the end of this. The next step would be the dimensional paint and stickles. And then you would let this all dry, and then you would, you know, cut your fabric after that into whatever shape you want it to be. I mean, you can go crazy with this. So I'm using liquid pearls next, and it's in a kind of a bisque color. It's a gold, but it's a very pale gold. It's not a metallic gold like I used on the fabric here.
Is that the same thing as stickles?
No, this is a dimensional paint.
Okay.
I love liquid pearls. So you just kind of want to pick where you want to put this, and I like, and this takes quite a while to dry. And you just make like little, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see those. It's pretty small.
Stamp Francisco is who sells it.
Oh, cool. There'll be some Googling of that after the class for sure.
She just Googled it. She just Googled it and came back.
Way to go, Marilu. So you just kind of want to go around with it. Now, the lady on the inspiration video, she used dimensional paint too, and she used different paint. She used fabric paint. I have not used fabric paint. So if you've got fabric paint, that's probably best, especially if you're going to be washing. But I think with the Mod Podge and everything, you know, you could, when this is all dry, go over it again with some Mod Podge. And I would think that would seal it pretty good. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Yeah. Mine feels like kind of, it's hard, so it's going to wear well.
Yeah.
It's like as if it was waterproofed.
Exactly. There, we'll fix these flowers by putting little dots in there, and it won't look like a rose, but it'll just look like a flower then. See, you can fix your mistakes.
I have some of the Cosmic Shimmer.
Yeah, you could spray the fabric
Can you say that again, Siobhan? What is it called?
Cosmic Shimmer.
Cosmic Shimmer. Okay.
And of course, the only color I have it in is pink. I'll have to buy some more. But I've actually tried it out on fabric to see does it work, and it does. That's it there.
Oh.
It's like
Oh, hang on. Let me click on you. Let me click on you. Okay.
Okay.
I have clicked.
So this is the and so I make, you can make little pearl drops.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah.
And that's
Ian wants
perfect
to
on
know
fabric.
how about fabric glue?
You can use fabric glue to put it together. I wouldn't recommend, I mean, you know, you guys might have a different view, you two, but I wouldn't put fabric glue over top of this. I just think it would make it sticky.
Oh yeah, no.
Whereas the Mod Podge dry is not sticky.
And clear, yeah.
Do you guys think the same?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't mess with it after you put the top layer on.
No.
No,
And if
not
you
touch.
put your dimensional paint on, don't touch it afterwards like this Kim does. Sticks her elbow in it or something.
That's something I do.
So I'm just going to click on me for half a sec, and then you can see the liquid pearls there. I hope you can see it.
Yeah, you can. Lovely, Kim.
Yeah, you can see it. Gorgeous.
Okay, cool. So let me turn it around so you can see. Such a cute image. And see, you'd never know I ripped that there unless I told you, because I painted in the corner there, so you can't really tell.
Gorgeous, Kim. That's the thing about the bag. You can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you make a mistake, you can cover it up.
Yep. That's
Siobhan,
true.
Jeannie asks, do you have something inside the bag so the paint doesn't go through?
Yes, Jeannie, I have cardboard here inside it. A big sheet of cardboard because I just wanted the bag made up for today.
They're loving the pearls, Kim.
Oh, cool. You know, I think once you guys get going on this, you're going to be addicted, because that's why I made 3. I just kept going. It was so much fun. You know, sometimes it's fun to get your hands messy.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm just adding some stickles. You can see I put some on the front of the little car there. And so this is where you add your details, right? And you could also use, you could also glue on your little bling embellishments or anything like that now. But I wouldn't go too crazy with that if you're going to be sewing this, because the chunky things will just get in the way. But you can see it's a fairly easy process, right?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, the stickles aren't dimensional, Kimmy. The pearls are a bit, but I did this last time and then made my bag, and this went through my sewing machine just beautifully. There was no problems whatsoever, because it's not thick, right? And because you're using muslin or cotton, it's not a heavy fabric to begin with. So.
But you let that dry for how long, Kim, before you put it through the sewing machine?
Oh yeah, this will dry. Like, I'll let this dry today. I probably won't sew it till tomorrow. But what I want to do another one and make a small round one, and then make that into a wall hanging, I think.
So you should let it dry for 24 hours at least? I
would think, you know, and then everything sets properly. The Mod Podge is set properly, and, you know, stuff like that. And definitely these liquid pearls on here are going to take a while to dry. So you don't want to be putting this through your sewing machine and then have your paint smear, or have paint get on your sewing machine or Mod Podge or anything. So
I'm trying to type all that in there too, so they see it.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Lepa. You're all so sweet.
They are really sweet ladies.
And if you don't mind, ladies, my hubby is sick with pneumonia. If you could please just send your healing hugs and vibes, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's severe enough on him too.
Yeah.
That pneumonia is horrible.
He's not feeling too good.
Oh.
I'm going to click over on you now, Siobhan. I'm pretty much done.
Okay. Yeah.
It's amazing how
So
fast it comes together.
Yeah, very. I'm just adding some stickles on. I'm almost finished now.
Oh, I'm sorry about Nightbot.
Oh, did you get rid
There
of
you
it?
go. That's the first time we've seen him this whole hour.
Is it?
No, because the last few
Uh-oh.
days have been very difficult, but I completely forgot about Nightbot. So I'm sorry, Lefa. Just ignore that. Nightbot is
That's
this
the
happened
first
last week.
time.
Yes, he's been quiet today. He's been good. Well, that's because Angela's not here. Like last week. That's his buddy, Chronic Crafter. Nightbot does not like, yes, he is, Marilou. Nightbot doesn't like a lot of the emoticons. So,
Right.
And I've just had a very busy weekend and stuff, and I forgot about it. So I'm going to work on that this week. But he's actually supposed to be helpful and put links in for like the Facebook group and Craft Supplies for You and all those links. So my mods don't have to do it. But basically, yeah, he's just being naughty.
I've been trying to do it.
So yeah, Lefa, if you keep putting a lot of emotes in there, yeah, he is an attention seeker, Marilou. You know, you were here last week. He's naughty, Jeannie. Just ignore him. I'm sorry, Lefa.
Marilou said he's an attention seeker.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so that's mine finished. And I put some stickles on it on the roses.
Gorgeous.
There's a bird cage down the bottom. Two little birds. There's
it's
some French
so
writing
pretty.
here. Thank you. There's a key.
You know, if you had a fine tip black Sharpie, you could even personalize your fabric,
Yeah.
you know, and write names on it or whatever, right?
I just wrote a more on the bottom of this one here. It's an ink pen, a pigment pen.
There you go. Yeah, like or a Copic marker. That would work too, right?
Yeah.
Like amazing. You could use muslin as you would use. Oh, right. Yeah. You could use your muslin like you would use your art journal, right? And make your own fabric. Like how, like the possibilities of this are pretty endless, you know, for really one of a kind art, you know?
Everybody says stunning, absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Pink is my favorite color. Love it. Just fabulous.
It's so fun. You know, the minute Siobhan and I saw the video, we were both really super inspired.
And rose gold is really trendy right now.
It is. I love rose. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
And that's the other one. So this one hasn't any stickers on it, but it does have some tags and it has Marie Antoinette.
We can't see it.
Oh, hold on. Can you see it now?
Keep going down. It has to be where the one you were just working on is, down a little bit.
Yeah, I see it. There's a bit of a lag between YouTube and the Hangout, Kimmy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's right where it should be.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Little Marie Antoinette and little dangles.
Ian said he was on a live once and Nightbot was set to extreme mode and it was slagging everyone off. He's naughty, right? But I'll get him fixed. I'll get him fixed. Aw, Jeannie said, Kimmy, you're doing such a great job reading. Thank you.
She is. She did a brilliant job.
Me?
So
Yes, you, Kimmy.
Oh,
Kimmy is doing a good job. It's hard sometimes when you're crafting and you've got, you know, questions in the chat and stuff like that. And also when you only have 2 people on, your cameras don't show for both people. It only shows one person at a time. So you have to have 3 people on the panel to have everybody's camera show.
yeah.
So it's just one of those things that happens with Hangouts going live. But you know, so I think we're pretty much done. Like, I can't believe how quick that went.
Very quick.
it did go really fast.
That's an hour. We're almost an hour on.
Kim, wait
Right.
just a minute. Let's see. Why don't you ask if anybody else has any questions that we may have missed?
Yep.
Did you use
Anybody have any questions?
Yes,
Did you use envelope punch board, Siobhan?
I did. Yes, I made an little envelope. It's not here in front of me. I cannot see it. Oh, it's here. Hold on. I just tried it out. I made a little mini envelope and inked it. But
Oh,
it's,
pretty.
yeah, it's great. So I'll have to, I know you can make other things with it as well. You can make bows. So I have to try
Yep.
a few bows.
Yep.
and
I love my
it's great.
envelope punch board.
Yeah, and it's great for
that's funny.
rounding the edges of your tags as well, Merlo.
Yes. Yes, it does. That is a handy little tool.
Yeah.
So I think we're pretty much done for the day. I really hope you guys will give this a try because it's fun. You know, it's good to get your hands messy once in a while, I think.
Yeah,
And
I loved
it
it.
gives you an opportunity. Like, I know for me, when I start doing a lot of fabric and lace and things like that, my paints start getting old and you got to use what you got, right? You don't want to have to throw out your paints and stuff. So this is a great way to use your acrylic paints, your fabric paints, your napkins, Mod Podge, stamps, all those things that, you know, as lace and fabric people, we don't use as much. So this is great. And then we can decorate and, you know, make whatever we want. I'm thinking this might be a tote bag or something. We'll see. I'll come back and show you guys what I make with it for
Do
sure.
you know what you're doing next week, Kim?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. I never know from one week to the next. It'll be a surprise.
But you know,
for
look
everyone.
at as well. You could even frame them. That's beautiful, Kim.
Yeah, you could frame them. I mean, how cute would this be in a little child's room?
Mars
frame.
from Michigan just got here.
Oh, hey, Marlene.
Hi, Marlene.
See, now, Marlene, you've done what I do and come in right at the end of the class. That's what I always do to Marlene's class. I get there and she's like, okay, we're going. I'm like, oh. So now she did it to me.
Ian said it's a great plan.
It is a great plan.
Marlene, I seen your lovely VR for Jane Marge. I saw your gorgeous projects.
No, don't leave, honey. Well, everybody will be leaving in a second, but you don't have to leave. Yeah. Does anybody have anything going on their channels? Any giveaways? Any challenges? Let everybody know in the chat what you've got going on. Kimmy, what you got going on in your channel?
Nothing.
Yeah.
We have a mini embellishment in my group, but
Okay. Do you want to put the link to your group in the chat for everybody? And you guys can go over and check out Kim's group. It's called 4G.
Girls, Giggles, Glitter and Glue. It's 4G.
Yep.
I don't even know what it is. The link. And I'm
I
not
can
on
get it,
Facebook.
Kimmy. Hang on a second. I'll get it.
I'm not, I can't. I'm on Hangouts.
I will get
and, yeah, YouTube. I can't do one more. I can only do 2 things at a time.
I'm confusing Kimmy. You'll get the hang of it. Don't worry, Kim.
Yeah, I can't do more than 2 at a time.
Okay, so here's the link to Kim's group. And what else do we need? We need the link to my group, which is somewhere. Here's the link to my group.
Antoinette Spiteri is here.
Hi,
Hey,
Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Grandma's Accessory says she has a slideshow.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yes, Jane Marge has got a giveaway. And also, you guys, check out Little Books, who is Ruby here on YouTube. She just did a beautiful giveaway. She's so talented.
Little
Oh,
Books with a B.
Yeah, Little Books. It's 2 words, just Little Books. And her name is Ruby. And she's just a lovely, lovely lady. And she's so inspiring. She is one of the people that inspire me the most.
Sure.
Is Ruby.
And also, Gracie's place, Marlo, she has.
Yep. She's got a little store and she sells beautiful kits. So please go over and make sure you sub to everybody and support everybody for sure. Hey, Paula, we're just finishing up, guys.
Hi, Paula. How are you? I hope you're doing good.
This was a fun class. So I hope you guys that just got here will rewatch how we made the fabric because it's so much fun, and give it a try. And if you do, please let us know because we'd love to see what you made or if you have a different take on this. And, you know, and watch the inspiration video, which is in the description box too, because her work is just beautiful. And I think she's the lady in the inspiration video. I think she's the lady who makes the LeBlanc stamps. I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
Okay.
So her stamps are amazing. And she's a very, very talented lady. So thank you all for coming, everyone. And thank you, Siobhan and Kimmy, for being here.
You're welcome, Kim. Thanks,
And I'll
Kimmy,
have-
for doing the chat.
Yes, Kimmy, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And I will have a chat with Nightbot this week, I promise. But with hubby being sick, it just completely went out of my head. So sorry about that, Lepa. Take care, everybody, and give this a try, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Thanks,
for now.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.